Hi, welcome back. On this video, we are going to be learning how to use predefined math functions from PHP. All right, so I'm going to give you a couple examples and then I will let you know where they are. So the first thing that I want to do is show you a function called pow. This function is going to be in charge of actually doing um, using the 2 to the 7th power. All right, so if we go here, it's 28. All right, 2 to the 7th power is 28. It uses the 2 as a base right here. All right, so what else? Let's just do a BR tag here. Just to give you an example, this is not, there are many different functions and we will be using a couple of them just to give you an example. There is another function called rand. This function is super useful. This is gonna return a random number every time. Actually, we need to, there we go. Look at that random number. Crazy random numbers, right? If I refresh it, it gives me a random number all the time. And if I pass it one parameter, I'm telling it start from 1 and give me a random number from 1 to 1,000. And now, if I refresh, look at that. Different number from 1 to 1,000. Perfect. It's better if I use my keyboard. It's actually faster. If I use this, I can use the mouse again as fast as I can use my keyboard. You see that? Command R or Control R. There we go. And let's do another one. Let's go and use the square root. I think it's SQRT, I believe. SQRT. All right. This one for random, I get my editor is helping me out, but this one I can't really get that much help. But that's fine. I think I got it right. There we go. The square root of 100, 10. I think that's it. I mean, let's try one more. Let's try one more. Let's go ahead and let me just. All right. So I'm gonna use one called ceiling, and what I want to do is take a number like this with a decimal, and we're gonna round it up to the next. All right, integer. All right. So we can always use also another one. Now that I remember, called floor. And we can run that down to the next integer, right? So perfect. So floor is going to round it down and the 5 is going to round it up. Let's look at some math functions here. All right, so we see some math functions right here. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can find one called round. Ceiling rounds up. Let's keep going, and rounds the flow. So there is another one actually. That's what I wanted to make sure that we round, depending on which is the second number here, right? So if we use this one here, but we call it round, actually that's the name of the function, right? You see that it rounds it up to the nearest, to, if depending on the second number. So if this was a 4, it rounds it down to 4. See that? Just like we do in school. All right, so just to give you a couple examples here. If you don't, this file should be in your course exercise files. It should be number 24 underscore math underscore functions. If you are doing a different folder, if you're using a different folder, call it math underscore functions .php. All right, you can always do a save as from blank.php. All right, so there you have it then, and this is the address, of course, to find those functions. Actually, no, this is the address right here. All right, so thank you so much for watching, and I see you in the next lecture. Good luck.